Back to Two Death.
What's up?
It's Ashley.
And Kevin.
Hey.
Hey. And Puppy.
And Puppy. He's here.
He's here.
Our producer manager is not here. I don't know where she is.
She is under the table.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, welcome back, guys.
Welcome back.
The last time we talked about Lori Vallow and
The Doomsday.
Mommy Doomsday.
Yes.
And I was showing Kevin the trial is happening right now.
Oh, yeah.
I've been watching, I haven't been watching the trial.
That's recent. Like, that's a new thing.
So recent. So I haven't been watching the trial because it's depressing. I don't really want to do that. I don't want to bring my mental health down any. But I've been watching like little highlight clips of the trial.
Yeah.
And I was showing Kevin one today where her friend Melanie Gibbs, which was like one of her friends that she confided in, that was also in their like religious cult with them. She was testifying and it was kind of crazy. They were playing phone calls between the two of them, everything. I did hear though they took the death penalty off the table for both of them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So no death
penalty. So
okay.
yeah.
I guess that's
I
hard
don't know
because
why they did that, but
we were like on the last episode we were both like, yeah, death penalty, me. On the other hand, it's like they both killed kids, so you kind of almost feel like it's like warranted, but you have to be consistent, I suppose.
Yeah, so that's off the table. So the most that they will get is probably going to be just life in prison without parole. It kind of seems like I can't imagine a world where they don't get convicted, but I'm probably going to eat my words and they're going to get like 2 months probation or something.
Right.
But I don't know. There was I was watching a highlight from the trial where they were describing in detail the autopsy of both of the kids.
Oh God.
It was terrible. It was so.
Why would anybody listen
terrible.
to a kid autopsy? That's terrible.
Well, they made her. I think they mainly wanted. Well, they wanted the jury to hear it, and they wanted her to have to listen to it. And she requested to not be in trial the next day to hear the rest of it.
I see.
And the judge said, "Absolutely not. You're coming."
I see. I get it.
Like.
Oof.
Did this. I
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah. So today is not as intense. We are going to be talking
That's
about...
good. No child murder today.
No child murder. This is straight up fraud.
All right.
Good old-fashioned fraud.
Cool.
We are going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, Real Housewives.
Yeah.
So... This is a fraud case from a couple that was on Real Housewives. Still, one of them, Teresa, still is on Real Housewives.
Frasier? Is it the Frasier one?
No.
Oh.
That's Camille Grammer, and she is on
So we're gonna
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
They're all the same.
No, they're not.
They're all jerks.
That's true, but they're not all the same. So we are going to be talking today about Teresa and Joe Giudice.
Okay.
From Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Giudice. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
For a while, I thought their name was Judice because that's what a lot of people. Well, that's what a lot of people called them on the show.
Okay, all right.
But then, at some point, I can't remember what season they corrected people, and it was Giudice.
Got a coffee for Judice?
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize it sounded like that. But yeah. So this is the Giudices. If anyone knows Real Housewives, they know Teresa. She's probably, I would gather to say, one of the most famous Real Housewives of all the franchise.
Oh, okay.
I had you search a video clip.
Yes.
If you want to play it.
You want me to pull that up?
This is going to be what she is known for.
Oh my God.
Probably in the top 10 of all Real Housewives
all right.
happen.
Let me turn the PC volume and stuff up here and all right, hold on. Let's
So if you're not watching this or you're just listening, just go to YouTube.
Is this
and
what
watch
this is now? We're doing a Real Housewives podcast.
No, this is it. This is the only episode.
I don't know how much I want to be a part of that, but all right, let's see. All right.
This is her scene. This is Teresa.
I have not watched this.
Yes, this is Kevin's first time to watch this. I've watched this a million times.
All right, so I'm gonna hit play.
All right.
2 things are written that are true. What? Name change, I got arrested. Pay attention, please.
That was totally uncalled for what she did. Like, to pay attention, like, who is she? Is she God?
That's
No.
Teresa.
So don't ever tell me to pay attention.
I told our daughter to pay attention. She got mad at it.
Obviously, there has to be something else. It's just not name change and arresting. There has to be something else. I
arrested.
Prostitution whore. You were f***ing gay 19 times. You bitch.
I have seen this
Have you?
in the Orville.
A guy. And my
That's right.
you whore.
Wow. Danielle, I have one thing to say. Own up to what you are. And Jacqueline,
That's it.
own up to
All
what
right.
I am. Jacqueline, I told the truth.
So hold on.
F***ing gay 19 whore.
This is where she freaks
Was
out.
arrested.
She called her a prostitution whore.
F***ing gay 19
You were engaged 19 times.
bitch.
You fucking bitch is what she said.
Coming to my church.
Why does she try to? She didn't flip it all the way, but why does she flip the table? Or the
She
table?
really hates Danielle. She doesn't want her to be like involved
I
in
already
their group
don't-
at
I
all.
already
And so she's
don't
kind of
care.
bringing out like her past
already
and like telling
lost
her she's an
interest.
asshole.
I
Basically.
regret asking already.
But yes, what's funny is they did play this in the Orville.
Yeah, yeah.
As like what was going on in the like.
They want no. It was the episode with the zookeepers, and they needed to get their crew out of the zoo, so they gave them like the craziest like zoo creatures or whatever possible, and it was
That's right.
all the Real Housewives, a reality TV footage from Earth.
That's right. Oh
And it
my
was
god, that's
a
so
suitable replacement for their prized like human zoo capture or whatever.
That's right. Okay. That's so funny. I was
Yeah.
like, yes, you have seen
Yep.
Teresa's table. So that's how popular her table flip scene was.
That
was
is-
that it was in a different show.
It's in the Orville.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Which is a great show, by the way.
oh yeah, Orville's great. I don't think there will ever be another season, which is really depressing, but
Ooh.
it's great. So yeah, that's what Teresa's known for. That is her
Okay.
table flip.
Okay.
That was first season Real Housewives of New Jersey.
She that was an escalation of anger right there.
She's known for getting hated about things. People are scared of her. Teresa, if you're listening to this, please don't sue us. All this stuff I found on government websites, so we should be good.
You just play the thing from YouTube.
No, I'm talking about like just talking about her like
all right.
lawsuit.
I mean, you do what you do. You know?
So yeah, Teresa is a Real Housewives of New Jersey
Okay.
cast member. She is married to a man named Joe.
Ah.
Okay, so Joe and Teresa Giudice. So I'm
Okay.
going to tell you why this is a fraud case.
Okay.
They got in a lot of trouble, and what's really cool about this is if you want to go watch this, go watch Real Housewives of New Jersey because it's all documented. This is all featured on the show. So you can see them get arrested and go to prison.
Wait, hold up. So they put the whole fraud case that they were involved in. They incorporated that actually into the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of funny.
You think Andy Cohen's going to miss that? No.
I don't know.
Fraud case while they're filming a reality show?
Is he one of the Coen brothers?
No.
Oh,
No, he's the one who created all the Real Housewives franchise.
but he's not one of the Coen brothers.
No, he is not one of the Coen brothers.
So he didn't make The Big Lebowski.
He did not, no. But he did make,
Fargo.
no.
Oh.
He made Vanderpump Rules. He made Real Housewives of Orange County.
He actually made,
Beverly
like,
Hills.
created these shows?
Yes, he was the one
I
who
see.
did it.
So he's basically the Antichrist then.
I guess if you want to think about it that way, or he's the greatest person ever.
I guess if you want to think about it that way.
He still does Watch What Happens Live, and it comes on every night, like after the house. I think it actually only comes on Wednesdays. Now that I think about it,
I mean, there's worse things than The Real Housewives.
his
But
best friend is Anderson Cooper,
I'm
and him and Anderson Cooper always get drunk on New Year's Eve together on TV.
trying to think of who that is.
He's like a news guy.
Oh, the white-haired CNN
Yeah.
guy. Like,
Yeah.
he looks like a cat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Him and
okay.
Andy Cohen are like BFFs.
Okay.
Anyways, so let's talk about Joe and Teresa.
All right, let's do it.
So I got all my information because a lot of it was like on gossipy websites, so I didn't want to like go that route. I did get some information from Wikipedia, just like their backgrounds, but all of like the court information, what they actually did, I got it off of justice.gov. So it was actually like a court docket of their court case. So
Oh, word.
word. So, Teresa, she was born in New Jersey, Paterson, New Jersey. Her maiden name is Teresa Gorga.
Okay.
She was born to Jacinto and Antonio Gorga. They were Italian immigrants from Sala Consilina, Campania,
All right.
Italy.
Yeah, sure.
So she also has a younger brother. He is also in the Real Housewives, and so is his wife. His name is Joey Gorga. Joe Gorga. He's one of the Joes.
Joey Gorga.
His wife Melissa and him are on Housewives too. And Melissa, his wife, and Teresa hate each other. That's like the whole thing.
Joey G.
Joey G. Yep. And she studied fashion marketing at Berkeley College in New Jersey. So she did go to college.
All right.
She is married to Joe Giudice.
Okay.
He is an Italian-born, like he's a citizen of Italy.
Okay.
He wasn't born in the U.S.
So these are like real deal
Italians.
Like, no, I was about to say like Jersey Shore people.
Yes, they are.
Right.
Very much so.
Okay.
So Joe was born in Italy. He was born in Sorano, Italy. Soriano? I don't know how to say that.
I don't
Soriano,
know.
Italy.
Why are you pointing at me? I don't speak
I don't
Italian.
know. Your grandma's from by Italy.
She is from by Italy. I don't. That does not mean. All right, fine. It's Sarono.
Soriano. There you go.
I don't know. It's
Soriano.
me.
Mario.
Right.
Serrano,
By the way, that
Italy.
movie was pretty fun.
It was
the
a good
Mario
movie.
They had the original Mario guy in it, which was nice at the beginning.
It was
They addressed the whole voice thing, I think, in a clever way.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah.
So he was born in Serrano, Italy. His parents brought him to Paterson, New Jersey when he was only 1 year old. So he's basically lived in the U.S. his whole life. He is a construction builder and a restaurant owner in New Jersey. Teresa and Joe, they have 4 daughters together.
Okay.
They have Gia, who was born in 2001, Gabriella, born in 2004, Melania, which is my favorite, born in 2006. Melania is awesome.
Okay.
And Adriana, who we saw be born on The Housewives in 2009.
Oh, right.
So they're all, I have a picture of them all now grown up. They're gorgeous. Like, the whole family's gorgeous.
Okay.
That's Teresa and Joe.
Okay, that's
Walking into
definitely a
their
Joey
corpus.
G if I've ever seen. All right. That's Teresa?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And that's the
That's
whole
their
family?
family. That's all their daughters.
I see.
So they're all pretty. They're all very gorgeous. So, yeah, that's Teresa and Joe.
She looks very wet. Right
She
there.
does look very wet. Maybe it's hot.
Yes.
And then that was their wedding photo.
Gotcha.
You can see what they look like for
And
Art of
that's
the Fame.
our logo.
Yes. So, from September 2001 through September 2008.
And this is the one who flipped the table, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So Joe and Teresa engaged in mail and wire fraud, in which they submitted fraudulent applications and supporting documents to lenders in order to obtain mortgages and other loans.
I see.
The Giudices falsely represented on loan applications and supporting documents that they were employed and or receiving substantial salaries when they were either not employed or not receiving such salaries. So they were fudging some papers.
Okay. Similar to the last people.
Yeah. So in 2001, Teresa Giudice applied for a $121,500 mortgage.
Not the last people. Not the murder people.
No, but
the last scammer
The
people.
last scam people.
Who,
Yeah.
What was their deal again?
Ooh, they were the ones that said they were like Scottish
Lords?
aristocrats.
Oh, yeah,
lords
basically
and ladies.
Braveheart.
Basically, yeah. And they like fudged all, but they were getting like all kinds of like welfare
Gotcha. Right.
stuff.
Right. Okay.
So Teresa applied for this loan. It was it's a okay mortgage, $121,000 back in
loany
2001.
It's a loany loan.
Yeah. For which she submitted a loan application falsely claiming she was employed as an executive assistant. She also submitted fake W-2 forms and fake pay stubs to purportedly issued by her employer. Then she also applied for a $361,000 mortgage, and she obtained that in July of 2005. So her and Joe prepared a loan application which falsely stated she was employed as a realtor and that she made a monthly salary of $15,000. In fact, she was actually not employed at all at that time. So she was not even on the Housewives at this time.
Gotcha.
So they were just fudging all kinds of papers to get loans.
Oh.
Which is so, like...
What's your end game? You know? Like, you're just going to borrow all this money that there's no way you're going to be able to pay back. I guess they think they're going to maybe get rich.
That's what I'm thinking. They were like, well, eventually we're going to get
Don't worry,
famous.
babe. I'm Joey G. I'll make it back.
Right. We're going to eventually do this. Let's just get all this stuff. We'll just fudge the paperwork a little bit. We'll say you're working. I know you're really not. But
Joey
like,
G's good for it.
Exactly. But that never works out, guys. Never do that. So on October 29th, 2009, so at this point they were on the Housewives. Because that's when Adriana was born. And she was born in 2009. That was on the show. So October 29th, 2009, they filed a petition for individual Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
Okay.
In Newark, New Jersey. Over the next few months, they filed several amendments to the bankruptcy petition. I cannot talk today. Bankruptcy petition.
Okay.
As a part of the bankruptcy filing, the Giudices were required to disclose to the U.S. trustee...
The Giudice system. Sorry.
They had to disclose their assets, liabilities, and income, and any anticipated increase in income.
It's an SNL thing. It's like the judicial system. I don't know. I can't pronounce it right for some reason. I think that wasn't David Spade. It was like Dana Carvey or something like that. The judicial system. I don't know. It's stupid.
The judicial system.
Anyway.
I've never heard of it.
Okay.
So now you have me like not be able to say it. The Giudices.
Judicial.
The Giudices intentionally concealed businesses they owned, income they received from a rental property, and Teresa Giudice's true income from the television show The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Because at this time she was making Jersey money.
Jersey money.
Website sales and personal magazine appearances. The Giudices concealed their anticipated increase in income from then upcoming second season of the show. They also testified falsely under oath in bankruptcy proceedings when questioned about their assets and income. So Joe also admitted that during tax years 2004 through 2008, he received income totaling $996,000, but did not file any tax returns for those years. So these people were like, I made all this money, I ain't filing any tax returns.
Right.
Like...
Lying about income when they don't have it, and then
This surprises me so much because I am terrified of the IRS.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm so scared of the IRS. Like, just take my money. I don't care what I owe you. Take it. It doesn't matter. Like, I wish you would just take it from my check originally and not make me have to figure it out. Like, this weird game that we're playing.
Yeah.
It just surprises me when people like this are making so much money and they just like hide it from the government. Like, oh, they'll never know. Are you fucking kidding me? They're gonna get their money. Like, why would you do that? And like, come on, Joe, you're not even a citizen of the U.S. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, he was never like he was born in Italy and he never
Oh.
got papers.
They never got the papers. I was trying to find that judicial system thing, but I can't find it on YouTube.
It's okay.
It's okay. Keep on going. Keep going. Keep rolling.
So I don't know. This just blows my mind when people do that shit. I heard about like on Teen Mom. If any of you guys watch Teen Mom, there's this couple, Caitlin and Tyler, who've been on since they were like young. They're actually from Michigan.
Okay.
They live in I don't even know where in Michigan they live at actually, the Detroit area.
All right.
And they have made a lot of money from the show. I think they ended up making like something like $100,000 an episode. There's like 24 episodes in a season or something like that.
Wow.
They ended up just like not paying taxes for like 7 years.
Mm.
And they got like a tax lien placed on them. I'm like, guys,
Why don't you just pay
what
taxes?
the fuck are you doing? Why are you not paying your taxes? Did no one tell you you had to pay taxes on your money?
Oh, I think they do. They just thought they'd
Get away with
get away
it?
with it. Well, yeah, I'll get it eventually.
So stupid. I cannot believe they did that. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to go to federal prison, guys.
Nah.
You don't think they would go to federal prison?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe.
Ugh, I don't want to go there. So on,
I'm not sure. Like, it kind of sucks though. It's like one of those things. Hey, what are you in for? Tax evasion.
look, they'll put you in jail.
Is that like a white collar thing, or do you have to have money to go to one of those fancy tennis playing
I think
jails?
you have to have money to go there. You have to like be Martha Stewart to
Gotcha.
go there. So on July 29th, 2013, so this is skipping ahead many years, Teresa and Joe were charged with conspiracy to commit mail fraud, wire fraud, bank fraud, making false statements on loan applications, and bankruptcy fraud in a 39-count indictment.
Wow.
The indictment also charged Joe Giudice with failure to file tax returns from 2004 to 2008.
Yikes.
So, yikes. On August 14th, 2013, the two pled not guilty in federal court to financial fraud charges.
Okay.
So it's really interesting because I was watching the Housewives when all this was playing out.
Sure.
They hid
I
this
was not.
for so long. You're still, yeah, no. But I don't even watch, so this is weird. I don't even watch the Housewives anymore,
Right.
or Vanderpump Rules, or anything Bravo related.
You do sometimes.
No, I sometimes. If there's something I actually want to see with my own eyes, I'll watch it. But
Right.
on a normal basis, what I do is
Was it the Scandival? Scandival, yeah.
Scandal. That's still happening. It's still blowing my mind. I just listened to a bunch of podcasts about it. But what I do, and if any of you guys want to keep up with Bravo stuff but don't want to watch Bravo,
What the crappening?
watch What Crappens.
Watch what crappens.
I just listen to them and they tell me everything I need to know about the episodes. They break the entire episodes down, and in their funny voices, they're hilarious. Ben and Ronnie, go listen to them, please. They're amazing, and that's like literally how I get everything Bravo right now is just from Ben and Ronnie.
Nice, because we don't have cable anymore.
Yeah, and I could watch it on Peacock. It's all on Peacock.
Oh, it's on Peacock too. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I just don't want to. They take too much time to say what they're gonna say. I'll just listen to watch what crap.
Kind of like those true crime podcasts.
I know, right? All right, let's get back to what I'm saying.
Well, like some of those, I mean, for real, like I don't know about the podcast, but like those documentaries. Why?
They like the drama.
Why are they like 20 episodes long?
Oh no, that's a big deal. I'm like, you could have done this in 2 episodes. I
Yes.
don't know why we made this 20
Oh my
episodes.
God.
Oh yes, I will agree with that one.
Although my favorite true crime thing still is the owl thing.
Oh, the staircase.
Yeah. The fact that was a whole thing and the reproduction, that poor
They did such a good job with it.
that
Oh my
actress
God.
having to die in so
many
ways.
different ways.
How fun! I wonder how much fun were they having
I
on
know.
set?
They did such a good job with that
Yeah.
show. They put some snark in it because, like, you know, everyone knows that the owl theory is like a little out there, but they went with it and
Yeah.
they did it.
That
And
was
they-
funny.
it
Which
was
is
so good.
I understand. I was just saying how I think those episodes of those series should be like 2 episodes long or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That one goes on way too long. I think my point was that's an exception because it gave way to that whole owl thing, and just watching the reenactment with that was just worth it in itself.
So it's funny because that's all so he's only seen the dramatized version of The Staircase.
Yes.
That
With
just came
guy
out.
and that lady.
Which was a fantastic, and honestly, you only need to watch that. You don't need to go watch the real one. But the real one is like 20 gazillion episodes long.
God, no.
Like, and it's over like a 10 to 15 year period too. So it's so long. It's so good though. I don't know.
I mean, if that's your thing, right?
Yeah, it kind of has to be your thing because some parts are boring, but it's like documented in real time, so it's pretty interesting. But I loved the recreation of it. They did such a good job.
Yeah, I found it entertaining.
Yeah, it was so good.
The owl part was great.
The owl part was great. And you watched the dramatized version of Something About Pam, too.
Ah, that was amazing. That one
So
was.
good.
They went out of their way to be funny on that
They
one.
did. They did a fantastic
I
job.
I appreciated
loved that one.
I appreciated
They
that.
did so good on that.
Making that like mentally handicapped person out to be like, she's tried to make her this like that person out to be like
dangerous,
like a person, and the reenactment that they did was him like a ninja. It was so funny.
They recreated how she said it happened. This
Right,
is like,
right.
if you haven't ever like listened to the Dateline series called Something About Pam, please go listen to it. But they made a dramatized version of it, and they made it hilarious because the whole thing was Pam Hupp is like such a liar. She just lies about everything, and this like certain like part she's lying about this guy attacking her when she was actually victimizing him, and he was mentally disabled. And they recreated how her story would have went if it was true. And it was so absurd.
It's so absurd.
When they acted out what she said happened. And then they, in contrast, showed what actually probably happened. It was sad for that guy, but like...
I mean, it was,
the story that she told was so absurd, and it just... The way they did it was beautiful.
They handled
it. just made out the absurdity of what she was saying.
It was very funny
Like,
to me.
this could not have happened. This did not happen to you.
No, I was like, oh my God, you're so obviously lying.
Yes. They did such a good job. So, yeah. We should just turn this into just a suggestion of what you should watch.
That seems to be the theme for
I
like
know.
everything
What
that
do
we're
you
in.
guys think? Should we just change from a true crime podcast to just a podcast about what to watch?
I wouldn't even know because people would want to watch true crime stuff, and I haven't watched anything.
Oh, I've watched all the things.
Well, then I'll just sit here and you say stuff.
Yes.
Kind of what it is anyway.
I know, right? I could tell you all the things.
I'm sure. You
So...
have at it, do it.
So, Joe Giudice stood trial on November 19th, 2013 on individual charges that he allegedly used marriage and birth certificates belonging to his brother to fraudulently obtain a driver's license in 2010. Yeesh, can't do that. Giudice's own driver's license had been suspended following a DUI arrest in January 13th, 2010.
Sounds on brand.
Yeah. After he was convicted, Joe's license was suspended for 12 months, and he was sentenced to 20 days of community service.
Yeesh.
So it's kind of
It's actually not
funny
that bad.
because this
The
played out
community
on the show a little bit when he got arrested for his DWI. He was coming back from a party and ran into a tree. It was like snowy and icy out, and he ran into a tree.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, that happens when you're sober.
and like
On
they had
ice.
to call. He got the cops called on him and everything. It
Sure.
was terrible.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, watching that play out. Because that happened, and then their whole fraud case came to light. And you were like, holy shit, what is happening here? So, as he employed the same defense attorney in both trials, so he had the same defense attorney for his DUI trial as he did for his fraud trial. U.S. District Judge Solis moved the date of the tax case involving both Teresa and Joe from October 8, 2013 to February 24th, 2014. So on March 4th, 2014, Teresa and Joe entered a guilty plea to 41 counts of fraud following a deal struck with federal prosecutors. The couple was accused of engaging in bank, mail, wire, and bankruptcy fraud, which allegedly saw them net over $5 million over a 10-year period. On October 2nd, 2014, Teresa was sentenced to 15 months in federal prison. Joe was sentenced to 41 months, followed by potential deportation to Italy.
Damn.
Together, the couple also was ordered to pay $414,000 in restitution. Teresa and Joe were also allowed to, they actually ended up allowing them to stagger their sentences so one parent could stay with their children. So that was nice of the judge. So they let them kind of serve it one after another so they could both be there for their kids. Because they had 4 girls, and Adriana was pretty young. They were all pretty young. So she began her sentence on January 5th, 2015. And it was crazy because in the show, she missed like a whole season. Like there was a whole season where Teresa was just in prison. So the whole show was about Joe being at home, taking care of their girls by himself.
Wow.
Like being a single dad, and like all you would hear was like them kind of talking to her on the phone while she was in prison. Like it was kind of sad.
They'll just turn anything into a show, won't they?
They will. I mean, they documented all of this.
No shame. No shame.
So she surrendered herself to the Federal Correction Institution in Danbury, Connecticut, 7 hours ahead of when she was supposed to. So at Danbury, Teresa was known as inmate number 65703-050. and was scheduled for a 2-month early release on February 16th, 2016. She was ultimately released very early on December 23rd, 2015. They let her out to spend Christmas with her family.
I see.
So, and they recorded the whole her coming home, like saying hi to her kids for the first time.
Yeah.
It was really sad, though. I felt really bad for their girls because,
Right.
like, how much does it suck to have both of your parents have to go to prison?
Yeah.
Like,
That sucks.
it was really sad. As much as Teresa drives me wild during the Housewives, she is so ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah.
Felt really bad for their girls. So she came home December 23rd, 2015. So in 2015, the Giudice's primary residence in Towako, New Jersey, was in the primary stages of foreclosure, while the couple's summer home in Beach Haven West in Stafford Township, New Jersey, was foreclosed on. The latter was auctioned in a sheriff's sale on August 18th, 2015, and received no bids. The residence was bought back by the Giudice's mortgage holder for $100. So I guess they tried to auction it, it didn't get any bidders, and then their mortgage holder bought it back for $100.
Wow.
Yeah. And then in November 2015, Giudice's primary residence was no longer in foreclosure. They got to keep their house, and they're still in there.
Okay.
As far as I know, the last Housewives I saw, they were still in that house.
All right.
So in December 2014, Giudice filed a $5 million lawsuit against her bankruptcy lawyer, James Cradell, for failing to meet with her before filing bankruptcy documents. In March 2017, the lawsuit was announced to be moving forward.
Lawyers be crazy.
I know. Like, my mom was talking about that one. I won't go into it, but like,
Obviously,
you gotta watch your lawyers.
Yeah.
Watch your lawyers. They are not always honest. So, I guess that's the joke, right?
Yeah, right.
In June 2018, it was announced that Giudice's bankruptcy case from 2009 had been dismissed. Giudice will pay restitution to the New Jersey State Department of Treasury and the IRS. In March 2019, Joe Giudice completed his sentence. So he had gone right after Teresa got back, basically.
Okay.
I think it was like a week after she got back, he had to go into prison.
Okay.
So he was in there a lot longer than she was. And he got out March 2019. Joe was transferred to an ICE facility.
Oh, yeah?
And it was actually pretty well documented in the Housewives. He was treated really badly at this ICE facility because he is not a permanent resident.
Right.
They put him in this ICE facility. They weren't letting him out. They weren't letting him like talk to anybody. They weren't letting him talk to a lawyer. Like, it was really bad. He had to wait. He was waiting on a pending case about whether he was going to be deported or he was going to be able to stay. He never became a U.S. citizen despite living in the U.S. since he was 1 year old. Right. So in October 2019, Giudice returned to Italy to await decision on the case. And he was denied in April 2020. So he's actually in Italy now.
Wow.
He is no longer in the U.S. I didn't put this in here, but I can tell you off my top of my head. Him and Teresa divorced pretty soon after that.
I mean, it's hard to have a long-distance intercontinental relationship.
They didn't have a great relationship to begin with. It's pretty well documented. The last Housewives they filmed together as like a couple before all of this happened to them. Mm-hmm. There was a scene where, oh my God, I'll never forget this scene. They were on like a vacation somewhere, and it was like all the couples, and she was sitting, like they were at this like big group like event that they were doing, and she was being, I don't know, they were kind of fighting, and he walked off to answer a phone call, and he was like off thinking he was by himself, but he still had his mic on. He realized he had a hot mic. And he was talking to someone on the phone, and he was like telling whoever he was on the phone with, which was most certainly a girl, that he was with his cunt of a wife.
Oh no.
And like just talking so much shit on Teresa, like right behind her back, not knowing that this mic caught him talking.
How many tables did she flip after hearing that?
Oh my God. They were just not a good couple. didn't. I think they just kind of hated each other towards the end of everything.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like they're just two crazy people.
They were.
Yeah.
They were, and they just, I don't know. He seems healthier and happier now that he's like back in Italy.
Home in Italy, eating his pizza.
And like the girls, like his girls are like older now. I think their youngest is like.
My grandma's from near Italy. I'm allowed to say it.
Yes, his grandma is from near Italy in Malta. So there you go. He's Maltese, like the dog.
I think it's a falcon.
There's a dog that's called the Maltese.
Oh, okay.
So
There's a movie called, like, I think it's a movie or a book or something called The Maltese Falcon.
oh,
I don't know what it's about.
well,
I think it's like a military code name or something.
well, there's a little fluffy white dog called the Maltese.
Okay.
So
That's cute too.
it is cute.
Right.
But so yeah, they're divorced now. Teresa actually got remarried like a year ago, I think, to some guy. I don't know. Apparently he's not great, but who knows?
Yeah, her taste seems not there.
Hopefully she's good. Her girls look awesome. Like they seem to be doing really well. Like I said,
That's good.
most of her girls are out of high school, I think, and already like adults. I think Melania and Adriana are still like in school, I believe. Adriana is like a year younger than our oldest, so I think she's probably like 13.
Gotcha.
I assume Melania is probably like 18, 17. Melania's my favorite. She's super sassy. She's always talking shit on that show since she was a little kid. She always had the quickest like comebacks. She's super smart. Always like called her mom out on all her bullshit. It was so funny.
Nice.
Melania's where it's at. If you ever want to get a kick out of something, go to YouTube and type in Melania Real Housewives and you will be happy because she's hilarious.
I'll get right on that.
She's so funny. But yeah, that's the case. And it's kind of funny because I did this like Real Housewives case. I could do like 5 more fraud Real
Really?
Housewives cases.
From these people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not necessarily from New Jersey, but
Yeah,
from
yeah.
like the Housewives franchise.
Sure.
There's a lot of fraud going on.
Can we
in
do
there.
the Frasier one?
Camille doesn't have any fraud though.
Oh.
You want me to just talk about his ex-wife being
I
on
don't
the
know. I
Housewives?
think one time Frasier bought a car and he wrecked it the next day, and it was a big deal.
We can look up something Kelsey Grammer
I don't know.
did.
It was it was like a thing in the radio or TV or whatever back in the day.
Okay, we can research some Kelsey Grammer.
No, it's fine.
So Camille didn't do anything.
Maybe you just didn't like her.
I didn't like her.
Okay.
I've always kind of thought she was a little not great. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know. I never liked her. I thought she was kind of gross and pretentious when I didn't feel like she had.
She married Frasier.
She did marry Fraser.
What do you expect?
And then he got her on the Housewives to gently break up with her. Poor lady.
Is that what it was?
No, it's really what it was.
It was a breakup maneuver.
He wanted to like not be with her anymore.
That was his
But he
out?
didn't want her to be like bored and not have anything for herself.
Right.
So he got her a job
TV
on
show.
the Housewives, and then was like, "All right, now that you got this, I'm out. I'm gonna go marry this like 20-year younger person than you, and you'll be all right though. You got that show, remember?"
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened.
That sounds about Frasier.
I don't know. He's still with that girl that he married though.
Really?
That younger one. So maybe it was really
Well,
love.
she's old now. I mean,
She is. See
he's-
there.
He's really old now.
Oh, they're doing that Frasier remake. That's gonna be
He's
interesting.
gonna be like deadish. He's
He
gonna be like
actually looks really good.
he's gonna be like Logan Roy.
He is. Oh, no spoilers. We will not go watch Succession. We
Yeah.
will not spoil anything, but go watch it. Good.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Good
Last
show.
season.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Maybe we'll just have a whole episode of just show recommendations.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what half of these are, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's it.
All
Real
right.
Housewives. Now you know a little bit of Housewives trivia.
Yep, her name's Teresa, and
and-
Joey G.
Juicy Joe.
Yep.
No,
and-
Joey G is Joey Gorga. That's her brother.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't Joey G. It was Judice,
Yeah, they call him Juicy Joe.
Juicy Joe.
So,
Yeah, Juicy Joe, not Joey G.
no, Joey Joey, that's Joe Gorga.
Right.
Her brother.
Not Joey Juicy, but Juicy Joe.
Yes. Juicy Joe.
Joey Gucci, Juicy Gucci Joe, Juicy Gucci Joe.
All right. So next time we will be back with like a murder one.
A
I
good
don't know.
murderer.
Yeah, I haven't decided what I want to do yet, but we'll figure it out.
All right, good murder coming right at you.
Yeah, if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'll take it. But
Yeah.
all right, guys.
All right.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.